Hello, I'm going to talk about types of memory in learning. This is for the Provincial Instructors Diploma 3100 with Karen Brooks. First of all, I'd like to start to talk about inferencing, which is recalling memory, or as the Webster's Dictionary calls, a conclusion reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning. The use of memory in learning. If past events could not be remembered, it would be impossible for language, personal relationships, and personal identity to develop in an individual. There are 10 types of memory. There's episodic, which is a particular event, semantic through practice, implicit through stimuli, sensory through the outside world, procedural, which is knowing how to do things. The example I like to use in that one is first aid, because if you can't do first aid, then you don't know it, right? Explicit is consciously recalled. Working is related to short term. It's a loop of verbal, auditory, and visual spatial stimuli. Iconic is visual. Echoic is auditory. Perspective is based on cues. Haptic is sense of touch, and then the short term. The stages of memory are encoding, which is acquiring the information, storage, which is maintaining the information, and retrieving, which is recalling the information. One of the games that I like to play is called the letter name game. And how I like to use this, and I'll include this in my report so that you have a copy. It's that there's a list of cues: actor last name, actress last name, model, car, country, etc. And we're given the letter of the alphabet for that day. So for example, this might be the letter C. So the actor last name would be Charlie Chapman. So with Charlie Chapman, if I'm the only one who guesses that, then I get 0 points. If two people guess that, they get 2 points each. And if they leave that guess blank, then they get 10 points. And the goal of the game is to get as low points as possible. When the students first start that, they average around 132 points because they're completely disengaged and they say, oh, I don't know, and my memory's blank, I don't remember. But by day 2 or 3, they're somewhat engaged and they start challenging each other on getting a better score. And by day 5, which is the length of time that I'm there, they are completely engaged and challenging themselves and each other. And I even challenged to say that in the 10 years that I've been teaching this game, I've only had 2 or 3 students that came up with 0. Some of the websites that I used for this was Merriam-Webster for the definitions, Wikipedia, which I don't normally use, but I did find a lot of useful information there, medicalnewstoday.com, so I'll include that in my APA. Thank you.